From September, the online Diploma in Teaching and Learning in University College Cork, together with the Certificate in Teaching and Learning, will have moved from the Blackboard VLE to the new institutional Canvas virtual learning environment. So I want to give you a sense of what this may look like in just one section. This is from the Diploma, focusing on the teacher as researcher. There were three elements that we're thinking through at the moment in the migration from Blackboard to Canvas. The first is usability. How can users navigate smoothly and easily? Secondly, creativity. We're thinking about the juxtaposition of text and image, how we layer the text, how we layer the meaning. But all of this is underpinned by the pedagogy, and asking ourselves the question, how can we communicate this pedagogy in an easy, informative, and also enjoyable manner?
I'm James Cronin, your module coordinator, and welcome to Section 1, Teacher as Researcher.
What we're trying to do in the introductory videos is give an expansive overview of what you will expect within the sections. The next step focuses on the learning outcomes, and here we give a map of the terrain and a compass to direct you through the section. We encourage you to do some reading, but again, this is scaffolded and layered so that you can go deeper if you choose. And we also use the opportunity to introduce you
most basic definition
to scholars who have engaged with the scholarship of teaching and learning. This is Randy Bass from Georgetown University. He speaks about the movement in SOTL from remediation to investigation. Let's see what he says.
The scholarship of teaching and learning that I use is that it is faculty undertaking systematic inquiry of learning in his or her own classroom. Every time a professor or a teacher teaches a course, they're engaged in an experiment. The syllabus is a hypothesis that if I teach the class this way, if I teach this material in this order, and if students do these things, then I hypothesize that something will happen. Students will learn, they'll grow, they'll benefit. And that's how we play out every single time we teach. What's missing is that final step of what an experimental mode would be, which is this is my hypothesis, this is the unfolding, and now I have to look very closely at the results and re-examine my hypothesis.
What Bass is talking about here is the notion of being intentional, closing that loop. The loop might happen quite naturally, but now he's encouraging us to think in a more systematic way. And this is the main focus of not only the section of Teacher as Researcher, but also the whole program. So the next step is to think about how we can apply these ideas through an activity. And you're not just doing this on your own, you're doing it with a community of practice. You're doing it with a peer group, an online peer group, which will include the fellows that are part of this community of practice, your own peers, and also a critical friend. The assessments that feed from the activities are encouraging you to apply the principles of each of the sections and to think about how you can apply these principles of researchable teaching to your own disciplinary expertise, to inquire into your teaching and student learning. So ultimately, the diploma and the certificate are trying to give you a language in which you can describe what it is you do as a disciplinary expert, how best you teach, and how best students learn. This will help you in terms of curriculum design, career progression, and it would also help your students to be more mindful of what it is they do, how they learn, and how you can make your discipline, your profession, more explicit for your colleagues, your peer group, and your students. Thank you.